Hi, I'm Nilay. I'm 15 and I live in Nasik. I got my first computer when I was 5 years old. I used it very badly at first. I pulled out power cords, banged the keyboard, then I learned to play games. Aladdin, Lion King, Prince of Persia were my favorites. Later on, I developed a deeper interest in it. Using a computer gave me a feeling that no other thing did. I always had a fascination and urge to create something of my own on that magical machine. I came to know about internet when I saw my mom using email and Google, and I thought it was magic when I understood we can learn anything using Google. I used to get internet only on Saturdays because of the internet plan and my school schedule. And the 1.5 hours I used to get every week were like money to me. While I should have spent them wisely, I started playing Facebook games. In the 8th grade, as my inclination towards computers increased, when I realized internet can be used to learn a lot of things, that's when I quit playing Facebook games. Uh, then my curiosity to learn was at its peak. I didn't wait for any professional educator or a course to learn all that I wanted to. I simply Googled stuff. I found various tutorials on websites like edX and Codecademy. I started making, breaking, remaking, and experimenting. So this is how I Google. I just simply Google my problems and find solutions. I know you can't read it, but that's how I've solved my problems in programming. So massive open online courses is what helped me learn computer programming. They are courses, online courses arranged by top universities like MIT or Harvard. They can be accessed anyone at his or her time of choice. I did it after my school hours as internet was now available in the daytime too. And I could make basic Android apps in about 2 months. But I didn't feel satisfied because making an app which flashes the screen isn't useful. This was one of the first games I made on Android. It's called Piggy Dash. It looked horrible, but I think it was a cool game to play. My passion for creating something different wasn't limited to computers. I joined a group called Sunday Science School, where we build science projects based on laws or fundamentals of science from scratch on Sundays. For example, this claw, which works on hydraulics, it helps us to explain hydraulics better, and the kids range from 1st grade to 10th grade. Now, before I go ahead with my technology story, I need to ask you a question. Has anyone of you heard about the Kumbh Mela? Yeah? It's the largest crowd gathering in the world, with as many as 30 million people expected to attend the event August this year in my hometown Nasik, a town of barely 2 million people. Every 12 years, the pilgrims and Nasik residents experience problems ranging from food and shelter to transportation and clean water. There are a lot of problems. People don't find food to eat or a place to sleep. Now back to my story. Every year since 6th grade, I had been participating in this computer competition called CompuTalent. But this year, when I was 13, I had especially high hopes as I had the tool and experience of programming. I ended up placing third amongst 2,000 students in my Nasik district. And on the day of prize distribution, our chief guest, Mr. Sunil Khandbahale, he announced that the top 15 students have to give a pitch about the problems arising in Kumbh Mela and propose tech-based solutions for them. After all the pitches were over that day, I was really getting nervous because we weren't told what the prize was or what the outcome would be. But I had a feeling that the mentors on the panel had liked my pitch about counting people using special tiles and while also generating electricity through them. After everything was over, no award was declared that day, but Sunil sir told me, "Kid, you have an opportunity waiting for you." After a few days, I got a call confirming my attendance at the first Kumbhathon, an initiative by MIT Media Lab to identify and address the problems arising in cities in developing countries. Kumbhathon is okay. It is not a competition or a hackathon. It is, we don't have any clear winner there, so we call it a buildathon. We go forward along with everyone. This gives geeks, entrepreneurs, and even large corporations the opportunity to learn, develop, and test solutions for problems relevant to pop-up city at scale. The solutions then can be mapped out to various large gatherings and tier 2 cities worldwide. The word hackathon or a buildathon was so Greek to me that I thought this would be the picture there. Hackers sitting with their laptops trying to hack stuff like Facebook profiles. Instead, I was awestruck by the things actually going on there. Brainstorming the concepts, demonstrating the projects was very exciting, and I was feeling happy from within because of the core concept of helping people. In Kumbhathon, I work with crowd counting using footsteps. We named the project Ashiotu. It counts the number of people by their footfall. A real-time analysis of the count is really important when you have millions of people passing through a relatively narrow space, such as the entry gate we have there. Millions of people pass through that much space in about half hour. So the authorities can have overall statistics of the event by simply visiting a website which shows them all the stats of any particular region or the overall statistics. The on-field guards who are responsible for placing barricades and the thick ropes to, limit the crowd, they can get important stats on their mobile phones instantly and take corrective actions, which helps people like them to have a better control over the crowd flow, lessening the chances of mishaps. Our crowd counting solution can predict stampedes at least 10 minutes before they happen, which gives the authorities the time and chance to prevent them. In other words, our project has the real potential to create impact and save lives of many. Most importantly, it provides right data to right people at right time. Our project, now, when we started in Jan 2014, it was a project. This was the first working prototype we made in Kumbhathon 1 in 3 days. It's made out of cardboard. Now it has gone through a lot of iterations and it has evolved into something like this. Looks familiar? Yeah? You all got counted when entering this event, and the total footfall is about 500 today. And okay, currently I develop mobile apps and 2 of them are up on Play Store. They still look horrible, don't they? But I think they are getting better day by day. I love installing custom operating systems on my Android phones and modify a lot of gadgets of mine. I love working with credit card sized computers like BeagleBone. These 2 tiny things, they are of the size of this tablet, even smaller than it, and they are full-blown computers. You can operate anything on them. And they also cost only $35. That's it. Now I have 2 startups currently, namely Tech Liberty Solutions and Geeky Dreams Incorporated. I like to call myself a geek because for others, sitting in front of the computer is what I do. And I named one of my startups Geeky Dreams for the exact reason. The name Tech Liberty Solutions came up because us team members were exploiting the liberty of having own startup and weren't doing any work. So that's how Tech Liberty Solutions was named. I love going to hackathons. They are amazing. They help me become more productive, such as the Angel Hack Hackathon at Bombay Stock Exchange this year, where we built an app for sorting and auto hashtagging the videos on Android phones. And we built this in 32 hours, and we also won the sponsor prize, which was a GoPro. I take a lot of MOOCs, the massive open online courses. They help me keep going forward because life, we all learn throughout our lives. Instead, apart from these geeky things I do, I love to go for a swim with my friends or, go for a long distance cycle ride with them. I read a lot of autobiographies. I love them. And create music. I create music for if some of you have visited clubs, the music they play there is what I produce. In future, I wish to become a social entrepreneur and give something back to society. I hope to keep spreading the culture of making to solve grassroots problems in communities, helping change the world at large. The whole world is our home. Let's become smart citizens first before creating smart cities. Because as someone said, home is a reflection of the homemaker. Thank you.